Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Bunny or Gun Bunny, and today I am freezing cold, but also I am dressed like this. I don't know, it kind of is giving like, not that I'm going on a quest, but I'm in a library, like a cozy kind of gothic library reading about going on a quest. Look at my socks. So it's currently snowing outside, but I wanted to shoot my new pistol that I got because I'm so excited about it. So we're going to do this in the most ridiculous way possible, where I don't really have to go very far. I'm going to get the pistol and we're going to shoot it, and it's going to be a first shots video. It is the most amazing thing ever. I'm so excited. You know, actually, let me go grab the pistol. Alrighty. Ciao. We've had this in the shop forever, and I eventually just was like caved and I was like, I need it. And so it is beautiful. It has a giant fucking mag. It's in 22, which is great. I'm not the biggest fan of the 22 in general, but I did want a 22. By the way, it is flagged. I'm not trying to decide because of the serial number. There's a few reasons why I'm getting into 22 more. One, now I own 4 guns in 22. And 2, what I've realized is that it's cheap and it can be great for getting a lot of rounds downrange and practicing my accuracy and my skills. And it's also good for target shooting because I don't want to be wasting 10mm on shooting targets that are 5 feet in front of me at a competition that's not like a brutality, where I don't need to knock anything down, where everyone else is just using 22 anyway. Because part of my journey is I want to try every type of sports shooting. And I've realized having a fancy race gun for sports shooting when I can use a 22 is more economical and also going to be a little bit nicer on my joints. Now, y'all know I love recoil, and that's not really like as much of the worry. I'll shoot 10mm at competition. But I am worried about my EDS and being nicer on my joints when I want to go to the range and I want to just put a shit ton of rounds to really drilling my accuracy on paper, or when I'm going to these competitions where doesn't make sense for me to use 10mm. It is just a smarter and more economical decision to use 22. It also means that I can practice a lot without much recoil, and so I can kind of try to train out that flinch because I'm no longer expecting it. So those are a few reasons that I was kind of talking over with my mentor when we were like when I was trying to be like, I'm not the biggest fan of shooting small stuff, but all of those reasons combined just makes it, reasonable, I guess, for me to invest in a few 22s and just really drill the hell out of them. And if I'm going to invest in a 22 for sports shooting, I thought, fuck it, I will just invest in the purple pretty one. If you can't tell, my favorite color is purple. And so, pretty purple gun. Yeah, I like my guns pretty, and I'm going to start decorating them soon, and y'all are going to have to deal with it. So this is the Ruger Mark IV Lite, and it's spelled L-I-T-E. I'm just going to turn around without muzzling the camera or my cat. So this is the Lite. It has, the fixed optics on, you have this little pull. I don't know what it's called. That's okay. The fixed optics on not the barrel. You know what I mean. The thingy-majigger. I'm tired, okay? I'm just gonna turn around again. Anyway, I think it's really pretty. It's light and it's nice, and it's gonna be a great gun for me to use for sports shooting, and again, just shoot a ton of lead downrange. As much lead as I can downrange, practicing with a lighter, nicer gun that will get me used to flinch and just help me improve my shooting in general, while putting less strain on my joints so that I can really practice accuracy. Like if I want to practice with weight or with more recoil, I can, but for me at least, sometimes isolating skills can be really, really helpful. And so for isolating accuracy and for isolating for like a lot of shooting sports, this is going to be the gun I want to use. I just lost the chamber flag. It's okay, it's locked open. This is what I will want to use when I'm not doing something like 2-gun or a long distance or whatever. I'm repeating myself a million times because I did not plan this video out ahead of time. Look at me being such a good gun tuber. Anyway, I love this fucking thing. I have not shot it yet, but so let's go shoot it. It has a manual safety right here. It has a mag, it has this to lock open, and it has mag release. So all of the features you would want on a gun, I guess. I'm not like a gun reviewer. This is just documentation of my journey. And so you guys get to figure this out with me. Obviously I know how to use a gun. I'm not like dumb. There are a few things I dislike about this pistol already before having even shot it. The grips. Why are you giving me 1911 grips? If you don't know, 1911 grips are the bane of my fucking existence. There's this Dan Wesson CZ that has CZ75 grips, but with the 1911 trigger. And then it is the 2020, it's a 2011, CZ's Dan Wesson's 2011. We have it in the shop. And it, for me, is probably one of the few 1911s I would personally own. Because it redeems its awful grips. I got it. The trigger is great. There's no 1911 trigger. So why give me the stupid grips? That's the worst part of the 1911. And you didn't even take the good part. Anyway, that's why I like that CZ, because it has the good part of the CZ75 grips, but then it has a nice trigger. Anyway, whole rant. And then the other thing I already don't like about it is that the front sight here is black and the rear sights are black. And so I feel like they're gonna get lost, and I would probably paint on a little white notch on the front sight just so it's easier to find. But I'm gonna shut up now, and I'm gonna put a fucking suppressor on this thing. We're gonna set up a target outside, and I'm gonna put some shots into this in the snow and hopefully not freeze. Yes, I will look like a bundle of clothing, and you will deal with it. All right, let me go get this thing ready and get like all my shit together. When I started my channel, I decided that I was not going to monetize through YouTube, and I wasn't going to do sponsorships unless like Uncrustables wants to sponsor me. So I decided to basically be crowdfunded. The way that you can support me is through my Patreon, which is the link below. The paid tier starts at $5, and then there are many levels with different perks from there. So please go check it out. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you can also support me by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing my videos, checking your feed every Monday and every Thursday for my new videos, because that's when they come out, and YouTube's algorithm is a little bit of a bitch sometimes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video and my channel in general. Bye. Right, so I'm here and I have all of my supplies, and it's a lot. It's a lot of supplies, to be fair. So I basically have all of my layers, and I want to spend as little time in bundled up as I possibly can. So I'm gonna prep everything before I get like all ready. So I have my case, and I have my makeshift target, which I'm going to draw literally right now. You know, just good target decoration. All right, next I'm gonna preload my mag. I could not find gloves, so I will just freeze to death, I guess. So let's load up the mag, and we should probably speed this up or cut through this unless there's anything funny. Whatever's funnier editing wise, like just, you know, just have me fucking chipmunk voice this shit. It's almost harder to deal with because it's so small, but maybe that's just me complaining because I like bigger calibers. What can I say? I'm a bit of a size queen, y'all. Pachow! It's just ridiculously long now. Okay, now that I have that done, I'm gonna put this down, and I'm gonna get into all of my warmths and my pro and stuff. So, because I'm ridiculous, and I don't want to change outfits, everything's gonna be going on top of this. Yeah, so I have a lot of layers, y'all. Okay, so first I have another skirt, a knit skirt that's gonna go underneath. This is all ready to... Oh my god, I'm having way too much fun with this. Alrighty, and now I'm gonna do ears and eyes, and then my hat and my scarf, and I'm gonna go outside and place the target. But alright, let's go, bitches. I feel so badass in this hat and sunglasses combination. It's kind of fun. You know what, actually, let me put my scarf on before I go out because it's too cold. This, and then tok tok. And then we're ready to go outside. Can you tell it's still me? Look, it's cold out, bitches, okay? My nose gets cold. Let's go outside. Y'all don't even want to know how deep the fucking snow is. Oh, the snow is still coming, and it's up to my knees. I got some in my crotch. I knew that was gonna happen, but I still went outside anyway. I can't even find the fucking stairs. So I'm gonna try to place this kind of like there-ish. This is really hard to navigate with the phone. So I'm just gonna put this down, like kind of here-ish. And it's gonna film me from here. And hopefully I stay somewhat in frame. So far I'm not too cold because of all the layers, but yeah, the snow right here is up to my knees. Let me just move so I can make sure that I'm gonna be in frame when I put the target in. Yeah. Hopefully I stay in frame, I have no idea. Should have used gloves. I have so many regrets. None of them are wearing a miniskirt though. Ha ha! Alright, let's get the gun. Oh, again, the only part of me that's really cold, because I have so many layers, is like my fingertips, but they're not that bad. Like, they're not as bad as you would think for this weather. It's all about layering, bitches. Okay. Let's see if I can set up this camera. Just try to shove it in the snow so it can get me. Where's the fuck is the target? Okay. I might need to make it taller. The shit you do in New England, y'all. If I had multiple cameras, this would be so much easier. But no, I refuse to just get a fucking camera, and I must film on my phone. You know, it'd be really fucking annoying if I dropped one of the mags like off the balcony into the snow. I'm not gonna do that for the bit, but if it happened like on its own, that would be fucking annoying as fuck. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see, am I in question? Alright, I'm probably in frame. I can't really see, but it's because I'm wearing so many clothes. So let's load a mag. Come on. There we go. And let's turn it off safe into fire. And it jammed already. I don't know if that's the ammo I'm using. That is the last round. Okay, cool. Or if it's something else. Oh, right. You don't have to rag her from the top. I'm so silly. But that's brand new. I don't know if there's something you're supposed to do with it, like conditioning wise. But yeah, brand new out of the box. And its last shot, it jammed. It could be the ammo, it could be the gun. I can't be limp wristing it. It's a fucking 22. It shoots like, it's so smooth. The sights don't move because they're fixed to the gun, not the barrel. Yeah, it's fucking nice. But it fucking jammed. Okay, we have one more mag. Let's see if it works. That's nice. I like that part. All right, you guys are going to see the target this time. Let's see if I can actually make it see the target. I have to do it in a separate clip. Nope. All right, it is locked open on empty, no jams. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna call it there. Goodbye!